Hello everyone, welcome to DocHub. I am Dr. Sandeep Patel, and in our special series of 20 roles as a hospital leader, today we'll discuss role 4, Executor. What does it mean, execution in a hospital management? What things to execute? What quality you need to be? And what to ensure while execution. So if you are new in this series, I will recommend that please watch our introductory video 20 roles as a hospital leader, wherein what we are going to discuss in this series, all the 20 roles we have explained. And also, if you are not yet subscribed DocHub channel, please subscribe and click on bell icon so that every series video you will get a notification. So what is executor means? An executor is someone who is responsible for executing or following through on an assigned task or a duties. It is as per the Wikipedia definition, but overall you can say the person who is going to execute a particular task, particular assignment. And as a hospital leader, usually come across two types of execution. One is operational execution and second is project work. Now let's see all these two aspects. So what things to execute? So operational execution, it is regular in nature. It's a part of your day-to-day work, and resource planning will be a key aspect, and your work measurement will be according to how efficiently you utilize your resources optimally. At different positions, you are come across this operational execution, like as a hospital manager, hospital administrator, medical administrator, executive in hospital operations, front desk executive, nursing in charge, team leader, OT in charge. Such kind of different positions you are come across such operational work. Now, what all are different types of tasks while executing such operational assignments? Usually, you will see a duty rotation of your team. Operational processes like patient admission, patient discharge, billing process. These are operational processes where you need to execute particular things. You need to ensure that process should go according to the standard sets. And another aspect is materials. You are managing materials in terms of purchasing, in terms of utilizing, in terms of auditing the materials which is utilized. Documentation, another most important part. If you are working in a NABH or a JCI accredited hospital, in your operational work, the documentation is also one of the important aspect, where you maintaining different registers, SOPs, policies, audit forms, checklist, etc. Training and development, the another significant aspect where your depends of your team work outcome all depends on training and development. What all are trainings you are identifying for your team? You are ensuring that they should update, they should upgrade their practice, they should be updated with the recent knowledge, and also keep on implementing the standard practices. And also the licensing with government agencies or outside agencies, the different authorities for the statutory norms or for licensing processes, for the registrations, some recognitions aspect you came across. So now let's see the second aspect of execution, which is a project execution. You came across different project works. So project execution, it is usually a one time in nature. You don't come across it, that's not a part of your routine day-to-day operational work. So it requires a special knowledge and skills, and you may need to research on detailed aspect whenever you come across particular project work, because it's not your routine work. So you have to get some time to research on, to know about the particular project, and then you can go for the execution. And if you are first time managing such project, definitely you have to work on a detailed aspect. So what all are different project execution you come across in a hospital? One, if you are managing a new hospital project or any hospital expansion of particular department, any department, you are running a particular department or you are coming up with a new service, then also it's your project work, the new things you are implementing. NABH accreditation, if your hospital is going to an NABH accreditation and you are coordinating it as a quality manager or a NABH coordinator. Recognition of courses, like if your hospital is applying for certain fellowships or diploma courses, recognition under a particular authority or a professional body. Yes, definitely there are certain documentation, certain resource planning and the presentation you need to be prepared because every recognition will invite inspection and you need to be prepared. Your team has also need to be prepared for accordingly. If you are applying for any statutory licensing or registration of particular department or a hospital, that's also a project work because first time getting particular license or registration requires some special aspect of things to need to ensure as per the rules. And if you are organizing particular event in a hospital, like any particular day like National Doctors Day or Nurses Day celebration, and where you are engaging your team member, your associate staff, everybody, you are inviting guests for this motivational speaker, etc. So in that particular event you need to ensure certain things, what message you want to give to your team, and there are so many coordination and so many work, different types of communications you are doing with the internal team, external team, etc. So all these things, whether you are going for operational execution or a project execution, there are certain things the quality you need to be as an executor. One is your project knowledge. Second, managing people skill, right from the security guard to a doctor to a director. If you are coordinating particular project, you need to be very efficient in terms of managing people, in terms of communication effectively. Storytelling is like specifically in a project execution, you have to, for any team member, any stakeholders, while you are came across and you are assigning particular work, you need to explain them about what the project is all about, what things we are going to achieve, what things we need to ensure while execution of this project. So each and every step, each and every new member come to your project team, you have to tell them, and you will be the center point of coordination and communication. So storytelling quality should be there. You should be a multitask personality because any part of project execution, you have to be ready for different tasks to manage at your end. You need to be vigilant at any level, even in operational execution as well as project execution. Being vigilant is something you have to smell, which if things goes wrong, if the particular task or particular process is not followed by particular team member, you have to identify at the right time and correct it immediately. Otherwise it may land into a disaster or into a crisis, or you will not be getting the desired outcome. Crisis situations, both the way in operational things and project work, there are many situations where you came across the crisis, and at that time it is your responsibility to take appropriate decision rather than right or wrong. You should be able to decide particular appropriately. And yes, you have to be on ground of any type of execution, whether it is operational or it is project execution. You have to be on ground. You cannot manage everything being sitting in your office and only executing on emails and telephonic, which is not the practical aspect, because in a hospital you have to be on ground at one point in time where the things are going on roll quickly. Now both the things, operational as well as project execution, what things you need to ensure. One is concrete plan, what things you want to do for your operational things for your department or a project work. Make a clarity on paper, the concrete plan. Coordination with internal as well as external teams. Project progress update meetings. It should be on a regular basis and must be a fruitful meetings. It is not just you are discussing, and every time you are discussing in a meeting, and at end of the every meeting you decide something for the to do task, and in the next meeting if it is not been completed or incomplete, you have to take action, you have to take a stand where it is going wrong and correct it immediately, because unless it is not a progressive, you will not get the desired outcome. So the timely decisions also a very important part in both the aspect, operationally as well as project work delegation. You cannot do everything at your end. You have to delegate the work to your team, assign competent person for particular task, and ensure the accountability of particular person. And your job is to measure their work. If they need your help them and solve their problem whenever they are facing, whenever they stuck at their work. So as a part of executor, you are being center in that particular process or work. And yes, at last, the effective communication. So if you have a concrete plan, if you are not being able to communicate it well to your team member, it is nowhere, you will not be able to get the desired outcome. So that's all for this topic. I hope that it will help you to execute your day-to-day work. And please comment below what all are your experience while executing in a hospital particular operational task or a project work. Please share your experience and what all are your views on hospital leadership, what things we need to cover. Please comment below, and if you are enjoying this series, please make sure you click on like button, and thank you very much.